Welcome back to Real Phonies, where we take a love for movies and television and combine it with very little knowledge about movies and television. I'm your host, Christian. Joined with me are my co-host, Ian.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Joseph.
Yellow.
Jay here.
Cacao!
We're going to be discussing old man rage movies.
Well, I just want to say how this sort of came about.
Yeah, that's a good
We were talking about doing a best performance ever of Denzel Washington, and we pretty much agreed that the world doesn't need to hear what the four whitest dudes on earth think of Malcolm X. You know, like
True.
So I was kind of thinking that Denzel went through this transition where he's became like this old man rage guy, where action movies have sort of changed into just being the purview of old men, and he's really become a star in that.
Yeah.
So
it's a second career for him.
yeah, it is. It's like it's been like a second wind to his career.
He's not the only one, though.
No, he's not the only one.
Liam Neeson also probably would not have touched these movies to begin with. Then he was in The Phantom Menace, and I don't know if he thought, oh, this is way easier. I don't have to act in this anymore. And then decided that's all he's going to do from here on out.
Taken also got him
right
on that road.
I think Phantom Menace kind of introduced him, but Taken was the one that was like,
Right.
oh, shit, I can make money.
When he heard himself take that phone call and say, I know where you will be, he was like, I think he jazzed himself up, and he's like, you know what, I can do this.
I have a specific set of skills.
I would almost go that might be the most iconic scene of any movie in the 90s. I mean, the aughties.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like everyone's made a crack about that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's just a dude talking on a cell phone.
So yeah, I guess we're going to do a compare on just straight action movie parts of their
I mean,
career.
there is
the goal?
definitely a greater theme at work here.
Right.
Because I feel like there has been a big gap in the last 15, maybe 20 years of new action stars that I think is part of the problem.
Well,
there was definitely a time when we were like trying to shove a bunch of like 20, 30 some odd year olds into these parts, and they just did not have the charisma or the backing to do this kind of thing.
well, those people only come to see event movies now. So, or they stay home and watch Netflix. So, you know, all these guys who wouldn't have touched an action movie in the 80s and 90s, or maybe thought they moved beyond it, has sort of come back to it because the only guys going to see action movies are usually old dudes.
I also think, though, to Joseph's point, like, we don't really have, like, the next Tom Cruise or Will Smith or, like, this young...
Bruce Willis
even. I mean, Bruce Willis was kind of old man rage when he came in.
For sure. But I mean, honestly, I think that's one of the reasons he was kind of successful, is because I think there's a thing about putting people who are particularly too young where they lose an amount of credibility in whatever they're like, you know, in being a badass kind of thing.
I mean, I think probably Will Smith and Tom Cruise are the best at that. Like, those 90 action flicks where it was just... I mean, Tom Cruise was already kind of established when Mission Impossible came out, but he's still like the young recruit guy in Mission Impossible. He's not the leader in that situation. And same thing for Will Smith in like Men in Black and stuff. So I don't think there's definitely a void for young. I would say probably, as weird as it sounds, maybe John Krasinski is the closest thing we have now with A Quiet Place and with Jack Ryan.
I was going to say either... you know, John Krasinski or Ryan Reynolds, but then again, both of those guys are like in their 40s.
Yeah, yesterday was John Krasinski's 40th birthday specifically, so...
Happy birthday, John Krasinski.
Yep. But, I mean, and there have always been, like, old guy... I mean, I feel like Rambo's always been fucking old, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I think that's Sylvester Stallone's always looked rough.
Yeah, that's true.
Except for maybe John McClane, all 80s action movies had been... special ops guys in Vietnam, so there was always an age to them.
Clint Eastwood, I mean, all of his westerns, and fucking Dirty Harry shit.
Yeah.
He was always old, middle-aged guy, toting a gun. Gran Torino, he tapped back into that same spirit. But what makes Liam and Denzel so specific is it wasn't their whole career.
Right, it was not their thing at all, really.
There was a shift. Like, one day these guys are Academy Award-nominated actors, and now they're making Two Guns and fucking that Taken on a Plane movie.
Yep, nonstop.
Yeah,
it's confusing because there's another one that's Taken on a Train, and that one's The Commuter, and the poster is the exact same.
Yep. He literally made the same movie 3 times, just on different sets. Yeah. But it's weird. Like, maybe they just hurting for money. Like, I mean, what changes?
I genuinely think it was. I think for Denzel, it's different than for him. What happened to Denzel is he did probably the most action movie he'd ever done before, which was Training Day. And then that's what he got, a fucking Oscar for, Like, he was doing all this shit that, was an argument for him being the greatest actor on earth. And then he did this movie that's basically just a cops and robbers movie, and he wins a fucking Oscar for it. And he probably thinks, well, shit, why am I not just doing this all the time? The money and the prestige is there.
Yeah. Do you think Training Day is Denzel's best movie?
I think it's probably my favorite one to watch, except for one we'll talk about later that I know isn't as good, but I still like to watch it more.
Sure. So
That's his second best movie.
what's his first best?
Man on Fire.
Oh, you're going with Man on Fire?
Yeah. Man on Fire is
What's
great.
Liam Neeson's best movie?
Oh, it's a good one. I would probably say Star Wars Phantom.
It's certainly the one I've watched the most.
But yeah, I mean, the interesting thing about Liam Neeson by comparison is I don't know exactly how he got the Taken role in the first place.
Right.
I don't know what alignment of stars, but for sure, with the rampant unexpected success of that movie, it launched him into a completely different direction for his career. And also, I believe right around that time is when his wife passed away, and so he just got work. Because I just going back through his filmography comparatively, way more prolific than Denzel, and I mean he's doing all the things that we're going to talk about today, but he's also doing a bunch of other shit that we're not going to talk about today.
Well, I mean, I think Taken was the big switch for him, just because I don't think they expected that movie to be the hit what it was, and that was the first thought of oh shit, maybe this is who for action movies are for. What do
you guys think about Keanu? Do you think he fits in this category? I mean, he kind of was in action movies with The Matrix, but besides The Matrix,
I think the John Wicks are better Taken.
I mean,
they're way better Taken, but I still. Even though he's probably
pushing
as
50.
old as these dudes, I don't view him as an old guy.
Yeah.
And I'd really, even though those are revenge movies, I don't really see them as rage,
Yeah. And someone's going to have to correct me if I'm wrong on this one, but for Taken specifically, it is a bad father's power fantasy.
Right.
I don't know if that applies to any of the Denzel movies as much.
Super true.
That's maybe the most accurate take you've ever had. But it is 100% a deadbeat dad's fantasy.
Yeah, it's
How can I make it all better?
In one day.
It's one of those things where there's a popular thing on the internet where when you're a kid, and this was the same for me when I was in school, you think if something bad's gonna happen, somebody comes in with a gun, you're gonna be the one that gets up and disarms the guy. You're not gonna be afraid. You're gonna fucking take. This is the exact same thing, but for 60-year-old men. Where it's a kind of a deadbeat dad, can't really connect with his daughter. She's going on a trip that he doesn't really approve of.
Right.
She gets off the plane in Europe, gets kidnapped by a sketchy guy with an accent, addicted to drugs, and sold into sex slavery instantly.
Right.
And he single-handedly
not a good
comes and brings them back. It's ridiculous, but
it does
super
happen very
entertaining.
quick too.
It's not a good movie.
it's
a great movie.
So I guess we're starting with Taken.
It's the 80s action movie, just transplanted. I'm looking at his filmography right now. This dude, you're right. He has made Taken 100 times.
I mean, he definitely saw this and I'll just keep doing this.
A Walk Among the Tombstones.
Look.
Run All Night.
Look, okay,
Taken with
hang on.
money.
I'm defending A Walk Among the Tombstones because that's not actually a bad movie. It's like the gritty version of Taken.
That's
where
the
it's
hill you're going to die on?
Somewhat. Have you guys seen Run All Night?
No,
It's really disappointing. It's really disappointing.
I know it's Joel Kinnaman, right?
Correct. So this
Yeah.
is one of those talking about action stars not being able to kind of create new action stars.
Because this is a guy we've definitely tried to make.
For sure, this is another passing of the baton movie. This is post RoboCop.
Right.
That's Joel Kinnaman is supposed to be the up and comer, but it's the main stars are Liam Neeson and Ed Harris, and essentially it's Liam Neeson versus Ed Harris. Joel Kinnaman is Liam Neeson's son. He kills Ed Harris' son. That's the movie. It's a revenge movie from there on out, and it should be way more fun. And
It sounds fun. The way
It's
you're,
not.
I think I remember this now. It was a more serious drama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just never quite lives up to what you hope it's going to be.
Right.
But yeah, what I noticed is basically all these movies post-Taken, you could just be it's like Snowpiercer, Taken in the Snow. You could do that with every single one of these action movies he's made post-Taken.
I know what movie you were talking about, but I don't know the name of it, and it wasn't Snowpiercer.
Hold on,
It was
Cold
Cold
Pursuit. Cold Pursuit.
Cold Pursuit. Yeah.
Pursuit.
That one.
I never watched that one. I had heard that it was more of like a lampoon of his.
He was a snowplow driver who killed people. Now, did I watch it? No, but the trailers made it look serious.
The most disappointing of all these movies to me is The Grey, which I thought was going to be Liam Neeson versus wolves.
Yeah, taken with a plane crash.
But it was him just fucking cold.
Yeah.
The whole time.
This is one of those that really divides people because I know people who fucking love this movie.
No,
I also know people who just can't sit through it.
It's so fucking boring.
I thought it was going to be kind of like, have you guys seen Sly Stallone and Cliffhanger?
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be like more like that, action-y, you know, he's
Oh.
going to kill some people with some traps. But no, I don't.
I'd forgotten about The Grey till you just mentioned it. But yeah, that one did well.
Yeah. As a person who lived in Alaska, I thought it would like kind of, give me some reminiscent feels. No, I was just real fucking bored the whole time. I am not a huge Liam Neeson fan.
We know this about you.
I don't care for many of his movies. Taken is probably the best one of these that he's done.
Oh, that's definitely true.
And I haven't watched any of the ripoffs.
I can't believe he made 2 sequels to Taken.
Yeah.
I'm just looking. They completely escaped my recollection.
Yeah, one of them, the mother gets kidnapped. The other one, the mother gets killed. I
Right.
think.
Yeah.
This is spoilers for Taken 2 and 3 in case you're
Spoilers.
You're really
Family-
worried about.
That's okay.
If you haven't seen them, don't. Just watch the first one. It's
Yeah.
a fun movie, and the other two aren't.
Famke Janssen?
Famke Janssen. Yeah.
She gets killed in number 3.
Yeah,
think
he,
so.
get-
What's
he
the-
gets framed for it, and then it's his daughter's got to clear his name, or some shit.
Ugh,
I may be making
Jesus.
that up completely.
You probably wrote a better movie right then.
Isn't who the fuck is the daughter in that movie?
Maggie Grace
Yeah, Maggie Grace.
from Lost.
I was going to say she's from Lost,
yeah,
right?
yeah. She's not good in Lost, but she was like the brother. Who was her
See,
brother?
Boone was her brother.
Yeah, Boone.
I think she was great because she was supposed to be the most annoying person on the island,
And she
She
was.
was the
Seated.
most annoying person.
And then the moment she wasn't as annoying is when she got.
100%. The moment you got on board, it's like, man, I think she's all right, dead.
She was
Yeah.
like one step above Nikki and Paulo.
Now that's a lost deep cut right there.
Yeah, I don't know. Nonstop, which
Nonstop, I watched.
taken on a plane. And
Look, I will say, like the twist in Nonstop, which is the whole idea that Liam Neeson is kind of like the canary in the coal mine, and no one will pay attention to him, and he's
Right.
getting framed for it. Is kind of a fun twist on the taken on a plane. It adds an extra element to it.
You know what it is? It's like the same thing you just talked about Deadbeat Dads, but for alcoholics.
Yeah.
It's but he's an alcoholic, but he really knows what's up. He can get it together, and he can save the day.
all his movies have a catnip hook for somebody.
But yeah, Ian has ragged on me for years that in a drought of not watching great movies, for some reason I stayed late at work
Yeah.
to watch this movie one night.
He had
And
watched-
you know what? It was okay. I don't regret it.
It's fine. No, yeah, he like comic book movies, nothing, and he hadn't watched anything for like a year. And then I'm like, "What's up, man? What you doing?" He's like, "Man, I just watched Nonstop." I'm like, that was the one to bring you back."
I don't know why that was. Yeah, because I remember specifically, I think it was out around the time of Guardians 2, and I didn't watch Guardians 2 till it was almost out of the theater.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, it was out of the theater, but the keys were still good for 2 days, so I watched it. Little insider about the life there for y'all out there listening.
Nonstop, though. I don't know. Is there any other ones we haven't touched on?
There's a lot we haven't touched on. But is there any we want to touch
Yeah,
on?
I mean, there's a couple that don't quite fall into the category. There's a movie called Unknown, which I didn't watch.
It's unknown.
Scary Taken.
It's scary. That kind of sounds like that's what it would be. Horror Taken.
Yeah, and then there are other action movies that he's a part of. There's the Clash of the Titans movies where I think he's Zeus.
Yeah, he plays Zeus.
Oh, yeah, he was Zeus.
He's Zeus and Rafe Fiennes as Hades. What
Yeah.
are those movies?
I tell
Why
you
aren't
what,
those movies
I
better?
never watched
is what-
those.
I tell you what,
I've
the
seen
first
both.
one seems like it's going to be a thing, and then the second one confirms that it's not.
It's
going to be.
definitely
The
not.
problem is the lead. It's what's his face.
Sam Worthington.
Yeah,
Whew.
Sam Worthington.
Sam
Speaking of
He's
guys got pushed on us hard,
And he's coming back for all those Avatar sequels.
he's coming back
can't
for a lot of Netflix movies.
I
can't-
watched his last Netflix movie.
I can't believe that they didn't correct course because he may have been a thing when Taken. I mean, not Taken when
Avatar? He
Avatar
wasn't.
happened, but he's not going to.
No,
be
I know.
He's. I think they
Is
think,
Avatar going to be a thing when Avatar
I
comes
don't
back?
think so.
The first trailer is going to be huge for that.
I think the thought on that dude was that he was going to be the new Tom Cruise. He's that blank slate, but he's a really boring blank slate.
yeah.
He's also Battleship,
Yep.
based on these hit.
He's in very little
board
of
game.
Battleship.
and
He's on Battleship is another one of those guys that who I like, but they've tried. What's his name? John Carter.
Yeah. Taylor Hitch?
Taylor Kitsch.
Kitsch.
Yeah.
He was a guy that we tried so hard to make an action
Yeah.
movie.
I like
him
Taylor
and Sam
Kitsch.
Worthington
I like
probably
Taylor
have a
Kitsch
lot
alive,
in common.
Yeah.
He's in Batman Begins and Dark Knight
I
Rises.
didn't realize he's not billed as Ra's al Ghul. He's billed as his made-up character.
Well, I mean, because that's the twist in that movie.
Yeah, in Dark Knight Rises, I guess he cameoed.
It's like a flashback.
Yeah, he's like a flashback cameo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and the other action movies in that is actually a good action movie. Is the A-Team as
Yeah,
Hannibal.
I love the
I love the
A-Team.
A-Team. I wish it would have been more.
Yeah, I definitely could have done sequels.
It's
with
funny though because when they first said that they were going to make an A-Team movie, you know who I wanted to play Hannibal? Denzel Washington.
That would have been dope as shit.
I wanted Denzel as Hannibal, and I wanted Stone Cold Steve Austin as B.A. Barack.
That's fun.
Wasn't
That's
it
fun.
Rampage Jackson?
He was.
Oh
yeah.
my god!
It absolutely was.
What a wild card they went with there.
Yeah.
But that movie was fun.
It's a fun movie.
I watched it more than once, and I don't know why I haven't watched it lately.
Yeah.
It's been a couple years, but that's a great
That is
transition
a spectacular transition.
to the other star of this curious career switch,
Right.
Denzel Washington.
Denzel, and I really feel like Denzel's the one who's done better with it because he's done, I think, a lot of good even if they're not great action movies, and there's a couple that are great, but he's done a lot of really good action movies in this.
I don't know if any of them are great. I don't know if any of them are good. I have more fun watching.
Hang on a
them,
second.
generally.
I think there's more substance to him. Like these, you can explain these Liam Neesons in one sentence. I feel like he's acting a little bit more in some of these. A little more, there's more meat on the bone there.
I feel like you guys are really stretching some of these movies. We're going to get to it, but
What is it?
Go.
Name some of them.
Yeah, what you got?
I mean, I know, we talk about Training Day as kind of the original where Denzel is first breaking into
Right.
this action-y genre, but definitely Man on Fire, I think, is the turning point.
Right.
yeah, Man on Fire is an action movie.
Yep.
And man, if you want to watch an older dude uninterrupted just kick people's ass for 2 hours, this is the movie for you.
And
Yeah.
even there, you're right. He's acting a bit. He's like a bodyguard, ex-army guy, PTSD, and he's like becomes the bodyguard for a little girl. I think it's a Mexican rich guy.
Right.
I don't think he's a politician, and involved with the cartel. And then there's always a conspiracy, of course.
Lots of cars blowing
But
up.
he tortures.
Because she gets kidnapped, right?
Yeah, she
it's
gets
exactly
kidnapped.
the same plot as Taken, except
Yeah.
it's
Way
your
better.
job instead
Yeah.
of family, and it's way better.
And it's really. I mean,
And
he's hard
it's
drinking.
grainier, and
Yeah.
the shots are closer up, and
It's like his shot
Yeah,
on The
it's-
Professional.
it's
you
Tony
know?
Scott movie.
It's more serious than Taken's not that Taken's light.
It-
but
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing Taken has on it is that phone call scene.
Yeah.
Because that phone call scene is really memorable, and I can't think of a scene like that from Man on Fire. But overall, Man on Fire is
Because
a better
Taken
movie.
was PG-13, right?
Ooh, I don't know that.
Because
I think it was R.
The
I don't know,
torture
I got-
scene in Taken is
I'll look
pretty
it up.
intense.
But Man on Fire is not a hard R, but it's an R.
Yeah. No, it might be PG-13.
think
Now
it
that I
is.
think about it,
I think it is. Yeah, PG-13. See, that's
crazy.
What, yeah, so that's
we don't
what-
really care about shooting people in the head.
Yeah.
Lots of throat punching in the Taken movies
Yeah.
instead of shooting people.
For sure. Let's see what was even next. I mean,
You
there
got
are
John
good-
Q on there. John Q was around Man of Fire time.
yeah.
I am weary on if this was an action movie or not, but I mean, it is angry older man with a gun. So I suppose in that
Yeah, his
It kinda
son
counts.
needs a medical procedure, and he kind of takes hostage
at the hospital
Yep.
so that they will do it.
And it's based on a true story, and it's well done.
I feel like there's an argument for being an action movie. If it was in the 90s, this would be an action movie. I'd call The Negotiator an action movie, and this is similar vibe to that. But it's a good movie, definitely.
yeah. Was he an Inside Man?
Yeah,
He wasn't in. See, that's
Dude,
red.
that's a
you just
good
read,
fucking
Spike,
movie.
Spike
a
Lee.
Spike Lee
Yeah.
joint.
Yeah. Inside Man's good.
Clive Owen versus Denzel Washington. It is a solid movie.
Yes.
The low point of my life was when I was a general manager at a video store, and Inside Man was like sort of the hot rental at that time, and I remember taking it home a lot to ease my troubles.
Inside Man's a good movie. It's got a good twist. Wait, Denzel's the cop or the bad
He's the good
guy?
guy. He's the cop.
He is the cop. You're right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
Clive
some reason
Owen.
I had him remembered as the bad guy, Clive Owen.
I mean, he's not the best of cops.
yeah.
But
You know,
yeah.
he's Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
That's kind of his
He's always
shit.
got a bit of an edge.
I'd forgotten this was a Spike Lee movie. That's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just came out with the sequel
That was
with
like
Jamie
his most
Foxx. Like,
commercial, Spike
Right.
Lee's most commercial movie. Like, I'm just going to make a popcorn
Yeah.
good movie.
Right.
Yeah.
He did a good job with it.
Well, let's do a couple of bad ones just to even it out.
Oh, yeah, what are you talking
We
about?
got- we got-
Denzel's got some good movies.
Safe House with Ryan Reynolds. We
That's-
got Deja Vu, which is the worst movie of that Nicolas Cage movie that's just fucking bonkers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the one where he plays a blind guy?
That's Book of Eli.
Book of Eli.
That's a great movie.
I like Book of Eli.
It's trash.
I'm with you, Joseph, but a lot of people love Book of Eli.
They're wrong. That's if we're talking about litmus test,
Talk about
Book of Eli.
I have a buddy who's really good at guessing the twists for movies to his own detriment. Just by telling him there was a twist in Sixth Sense, he immediately guessed Bruce Willis was dead the whole time. So this movie, I was like, man, you should see this movie. There's a fun twist in it. And he was like, is it like Rutger Hauer's The Blind Samurai? God damn it, it's exactly like Rutger Hauer's The Blind Samurai.
That's pretty amazing. This is not a fun movie. I hate this movie.
I enjoyed this movie. And Gary Oldman chewing up scenery.
Gary Oldman is fun in it.
Safe House is not a bad movie either. Ryan Reynolds is charming, and Denzel, I think, is pretty good.
I feel like
I never saw Safe House.
I honestly don't remember if I've seen this one or not,
Denzel's
so
like
that's not a
this
good sign.
That's exactly the point.
Denzel's a crazy assassin in this one, I think, and Ryan Reynolds has got to protect him. He's like kind of like a.
Which again, I'm pretty
I
sure
think you're thinking of The Hitman's Bodyguard, which came out like 2 years ago.
He is,
No,
but this is also the same movie with Ryan Reynolds.
I'm about to say I
I'm not
have watched
shitting you.
it. Yeah, no, I knew I was right.
One is a comedy and one is
This is the serious take.
Oh, that's crazy.
it's pretty wild.
Maybe that's how Ryan Reynolds got the job for Hitman's Bodyguard.
Most likely.
100%. It's very forgettable, and Ryan Reynolds wears on me more with
They're
time.
making Hitman's Bodyguard 2.
Correct.
I
If
mean,
you
it made a
can't
lot of money. See, that's how they should do these. It should be old man, young man, because this one succeeded with a young man, because it had Samuel L. in it.
But I just remember Denzel killing
Hitman's Bodyguard, I'm talking about.
I mean, Ryan Reynolds isn't even that young anymore.
Okay, but at least at that point, he was perceived young.
Yeah,
that was
okay.
like 3 or 4 years ago.
That's fair.
He still looks better than most people with his shirt off.
I just remember Denzel killing with a bunch of people with like a two-way mirror in like a white room. And it was a good scene. So I'm
Yeah.
saying better than Transformers.
And also in
Safe
this era,
House.
probably the low point, The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3 with John Travolta.
Oh yeah, that movie's terrible.
I've never seen that one.
Which one was it? What is this?
It's the one where
He's the
John-
911 operator, or does he work for the rail company?
I think so.
Oh, yeah, I totally watched this movie.
Wait, is this the one with Chris Pine?
No.
No.
That is a
Oh, no,
different
I'm
movie.
thinking of the Chris Pine one. I haven't watched this movie.
I didn't even write that one down.
That's a good movie.
Unstoppable.
I think Unstoppable is an okay movie, except for
Better
the
than
ending
Nonstop.
except for the ending is just, hey, let's get off the train and stop it. Like, like 2 hours into the movie, they're like, oh, well, we could just do this thing we could have
It
done the
is
whole time.
genuinely unbelievable that was a real movie.
But,
Taking Pelham 1, 2, 3. I think John Travolta is like a terrorist. And he takes over a subway train.
oh, this is a remake of, I think, a
It
Carpenter
is.
movie
It is
or
a-
something.
a
yeah,
remake.
Yeah, okay, I know what movie this is now.
I have
Yeah.
not seen this.
And Denzel's on the phone with him the whole time. He's the guy he talks to the whole time.
I think I'm a big Carpenter fan, but I'd never seen The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3, so I had never watched this because I was going to watch that one first, and then I never watched neither.
It's not good.
I do the same thing.
So I feel like we're coming to the
But
real.
but we didn't talk about the Equalizer.
Well, I'm coming to that. I feel like this trend started man on fire, and we've dipped
I don't know.
and reached a low point probably around Deja Vu or Pelham of 1, 2, 3, and then we're on the rise because after this he does Two Guns with Marky Mark.
Which is good.
Which is fantastic.
I've never watched this, and I feel stupid.
It's like
Two Guns is stupid as shit, but
Yeah.
God, is it a good
so
time?
fun.
It is just fun.
It's down by like Texas, Mexican border.
Yep.
There's a lot of dirt and money
It's
bills
just two
flying
guys
around.
who just keep lying to each other.
You know what?
Yeah.
I just remembered why I didn't watch this movie, and I'm not going to say it on the podcast, but it was because of a person, and I'll tell you guys after the podcast is over.
Looking forward to it.
It is dumb and it should not be as entertaining as it is.
Aren't they both undercover and they just don't want to admit
Correct.
it?
That's
one's
correct.
like a cop and one's like DEA or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they just keep lying to each other the whole time, and it's fun as shit.
It's an odd duo you wouldn't have expected to work, but it really does.
Denzel is kind of a goofy version of who he is in Training Day. Like
Yes.
it's a lot of like the same laugh and like similar looks, but it's like a fun, ridiculous version of that.
I kind of like that.
I genuinely highly recommend
Better
this
than
movie.
Transformers.
Way better than Transformers. And then the Equalizer movies, which are just taken, I think.
Yeah. Well,
Taken with like a
former bad government badass guy goes on a killing spree. So,
But
kinda
I mean,
think
it does have more of a, I feel like this is the right thing to do than it's a personal thing. I
Yeah,
need
that's
to do.
true.
And it also kind of has like I think it was adapted from a TV show because it has like
Yeah.
him in the diner and every week someone would come in and like I got this guy you got to kill with a hammer.
It was an 80s TV show.
And you can see how that kind of.
But
transition.
I still haven't watched the second one, but I fucking love the first one.
I haven't seen the second one either, but that Home Depot scene is the best scene in all of these fucking movies we've talked about.
And this one does have, like, the Taken iconic scene. The scene where he walks into the room with all the gangsters and does the watch thing.
Yeah.
That's like the big moment for this movie.
And that's an R, I think. I think
that was a hard
Yeah,
one.
at this point,
there's a lot of holes through faces.
Yeah. But no, you're right. That Home Depot where he like just takes people out with like home appliance stuff.
Yeah,
is so well done.
Also, I don't remember the name of the actor playing the bad guy, but he's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I'm so ready for him to be fucking dead by the end of this thing.
I enjoy a lot of these Denzel movies as we're going through them. I think the ones that have suffered, and it's one of the big differences between the two of them, like Deja Vu and even Taking a Pill, took itself way too serious.
Right.
Deja Vu was way too fucking complex. Doesn't make any sense. Everyone thinks they're going to be nominated for like an Academy Award in it. It's just a stupid movie.
Right.
Taking a Pelham 1, 2, 3 is kind of the same thing. Like it's supposed to be a drama, street crime kind of movie, and it just doesn't work. But when he's having fun, the movies are good.
Right.
For sure. I agree with that, yeah.
Yeah. And I think with Equalizer, that dude was having a blast.
Liam Neeson never looks like he's having fun.
No, he doesn't.
He's just showing up for the money.
No, he looks so miserable. That's true.
I don't know if he enjoys it. I just know he doesn't look like he does. He has to kind of because he keeps doing.
Talk about Phantom Menace as if he had fun doing it, but he still, while he was talking about it, did not look like he had fun talking about having fun in it.
I don't actually know that I've ever seen Liam Neeson actually happy about anything.
Right.
Really, come to think of it.
I feel like even his happiness is tinged with a little sadness.
Yeah,
It's kind of his thing.
yeah. I'm biased.
I just realized I was talking about a Nicolas Cage movie that was the same thing as Deja Vu, but it turns out it was two Nicolas Cage movies I was thinking of and just merged them together in my head. One called Next and one called Knowing. One is about aliens and one is about seeing the future, but they're both kind of about seeing the future.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway,
I remember both those movies.
those are both more fun than
not watching.
They're both more fun than Deja Vu.
Jessica Biel is in one of them, right?
I want to say Next.
I am maybe America's foremost Nicolas Cage apologist, and I've never watched either of those movies.
I've seen them both.
I've also seen them.
The two I just looked at was Magnificent Seven,
Magnificent
which
Seven,
is definitely an action movie.
I never watched the remake.
it's one of those things where
I just didn't put it. Just didn't fit the theme as much as like a lone man goes on a mission to do something.
The thing about this is a lot of people don't love it in comparison to the original, which isn't even really the original. It's a remake of the other movie. The original is one of my favorite movies, and I also fucking love this shit. He's great in it. Ethan Hawke is great in it. Chris Pratt doesn't make me want to punch him in the face in it. That's the best I can hope for.
It has
that
Vincent
dude.
D'Onofrio.
Yeah, it has Ethan Hawke and Vincent D'Onofrio and Denzel in it. Like
Yeah.
those three together makes me excited.
Yeah, I don't know if it fits the format, but I highly recommend it. Better than Transformers.
Antoine Fuqua direct that movie?
Yeah,
pretty sure
he
he
did that and the Equalizer.
Yeah. He loves some Denzel.
Yeah.
He does.
I think he did another one of these too. But he's
Training Day.
He's Training Day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they'll
so
be tied forever.
Those guys have got a thing together. Maybe that's the problem with Liam Neeson is he's hooked up with Luc Besson, whose skills are diminishing.
Yes.
I'm not sure where the high point was for Luc Besson. It's been a while.
Oh, it's Fifth Element.
Fifth Element's overrated.
It might have been before the Fifth Element.
Okay, it's probably the Professional.
Yeah.
Even though that movie's creepy as fuck.
But yeah, I'm going Denzel. Makes better ones in these movies. Having said that, do we think there's a new generation person who's stepping up to be the old man? Or we're talking about, is it Ryan Reynolds, John Krasinski, Chris Pine? Is it dudes who are like in their 40s who are now the action stars?
Well, it's kind of one of those things where you wonder if, I don't know, like in the 70s, there was 50s nostalgia.
Yep.
So when the 90s come around, is there going to be 50s nostalgia as part of the 70s nostalgia? That's what I kind of wonder with this. Since this next generation didn't really have their own action stars, will they want their own action movies as they get older? Or will it be these old guys will keep making event movies and then the next generation will be on TikTok?
What about Will Smith? What about Gemini Man?
Well, I think the box office results speak for themselves.
I mean, Liam Neeson has very poor box office results, and he keeps cranking them out.
Yeah, Liam Neeson's the king of a $20 million opener.
Right.
Correct. And that's it.
And that's the thing, they just don't spend a lot on those.
It's in Redbox 3 weeks later.
I honestly don't know with how much money money they spent on Gemini Man and how little money it made that it doesn't ruin him and Ang Lee's career.
Agreed. Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin's a good pick because the same guys who loved him in No Country, which is almost an action movie, might be looking for something dumber for him.
I think The Rock is also... He's going to do some of
The
that.
Rock's...
He's the transition one. We talk about a transition star from like the old to the new, you know?
But the problem is The Rock is only an action star. Like, Josh Brolin was in movies like you're talking about, No Country for Old Men.
Yeah.
Like, Josh Brolin has made high-caliber movies.
Do you think we get to the point where The Rock tries for an Oscar? And finds it tries to be like some like football player with PTSD and like goes hardcore on like an Oscar.
I'm sure he'll try it once, and it'll be so bad it'll turn into a drinking.
I can't wait for that movie. I don't know what it is or what it's called, but that's going to be my favorite movie. The Rock crying.
Right.
I can't think of any other actors, though.
I'm going with Josh Brolin.
Yeah, no, Josh Brolin's a solid pick.
Yeah.
Because who else is, say if we're going from that decade, from like the aughties, who else is from that's even like an actor of that age who could age up? I can't really think of anybody.
And there are people who I think are like a similar age that I just don't ever see making it. Like Sam Rockwell. I don't think Sam Rockwell has any interest or ever would want to make this kind of.
Because you know what? Also, a lot of those guys like that have already done that trend. Like Christian Bale would be someone you would maybe talk about like that if he hadn't already done The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Daniel Craig could be one.
I mean, he's James Bond.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but if
and then he made that Cowboys versus Aliens. But he was, I mean, I don't know how old he was when he got
doing a Taken. You know what I mean? In like 10 years if he doesn't have anything else.
But his James Bond and Taken are so fucking similar.
I think with him it'll be the opposite. Once he's done with James Bond, he'll never do an action movie again. Yeah. He's going to try his best to get that Oscar, and he won't. But
I also wonder Matt Damon, because Matt Damon has, I mean, the Bourne are so successful.
Or Affleck. Affleck would definitely.
Well, here's why I
think Damon could pull it off.
No, not Affleck.
His try to go back into non-action movies has not been successful.
Yeah.
So at some point he may be like, you know what, shit was working for me? Just being fucking Jason Bourne.
But you know what? See, I think both of them maybe could, because their last couple efforts has sort of pulled in that crowd. The Accountant, that room smelled like...
The Accountant is a good choice.
Yeah, it's like the first of his string if you had to pick one.
That room smelled like Ben Gay. There was a lot of old people in there.
Yeah,
it was taken with an autistic person.
Yeah.
No,
and,
that's really
it's part of that genre of autism is magic that I fucking hate.
Yeah, you're right. Ben Affleck might be
especially now that he's not Batman anymore.
Yeah.
The question is, when does Ben Affleck realize? I mean, I think Ben Affleck is a good director. I think he's made some good movies.
Have you guys seen Live by Night? That's taken with a gangster flick.
I just think for him to fully go into those waters, he has to decide, I'm not going to make any more movies.
Yeah.
I'm just going to act in movies. Or I'm just going to show up on set every day.
He almost turned us back around. Like, when he was in Gone Girl and stuff, man, I wanted the Ben Affleck renaissance so bad, and then it did not happen.
I'm positive I've talked about this before, but it's unrelated to this topic, but the best Ben Affleck roles are the roles where he's supposed to be a bad actor.
Yeah.
Because
like
Hollywoodland, Argo, and Gone Girl, where he's supposed to be like, you don't really believe him?
Right.
Good point.
That's fair.
So I don't know what that...
Yeah.
I mean, Ben Affleck's best role will always be Mallrats.
I mean, yeah, I think Matt Damon, Josh Brolin, those are probably
I
the next
love those.
generation.
Those are fantastic.
Yeah.
I definitely think Josh Brolin fits the category because he hasn't really done action movies, and he could.
What's that Charlie Bronson movie that Bruce Willis just remade?
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, I know you're talking about Death Wish.
Death Wish. That's what I'm trying to imagine. People going in a Death Wish movie. And I could totally imagine Josh Brolin and Matt Damon in a Death Wish movie.
The Death Wish is such a perfect
Death Wish might be a little under them, but yeah.
Oh, it's such a perfect example of what all these movies try to be.
Do you remember that 10 years before that they also remade Death Wish under a different name with Kevin Bacon?
No.
It was awful. The director of Saw, I'm pretty sure, was who did it.
James Wan?
Yeah. But it was really fucking bad. It was called something like Death Notice or something. But actually, it was specifically a remake of Death Wish 2.
Interesting.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is that it?
I think so.
I think that's a great spot to end on, that useless fucking trivia.
I think so too.
Wait, Liam Neeson worse than Transformers, Denzel better than Transformers.
Agreed.
I don't agree with that. I think there's a sheer amount of prolificness in Liam Neeson's work where you can just shit on more of his movies. But I think he's made other good things in the meantime. He's not necessarily the star like Denzel. I don't know. I think we're
downgrading
Denzel
a lot and upgrading Liam a lot.
I think I give Liam better than Transformers just for the phone singing and taken, just for how much that caught on.
Okay.
But Denzel definitely better.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's no doubt. It's Denzel.
It's so interesting that this happened to both of these guys right around the same time.
Right. Yep.
And they're still just churning them out.
Yeah.
And I think it's interesting that it's something that nobody's talking about, that action movies are just for old dudes now. I think partially because they're afraid they'll break the spell. If you say, oh, this is for old dudes are going to be like, oh, going to a fucking action movie now says my dick doesn't work.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go do that.
Yeah, well, they make superhero movies now. That's like the young person's action.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. I feel like the action movies are now the power fantasies for like the baby boomer generation. And when that dies out, who knows what it'll be next?
Comic movies are just action movies with better special effects. I mean, that's the change, you know. No matter what Martin Scorsese says.
Yeah, and that's the subject.
Trying out new catchphrases there.
I dig it.
Yep. So yeah, that's it for our Old Man Rage episode. What have we been watching, guys?
Could I go first in case I need to storm out
Sure.
if this goes long? Right off the bat, actually, I won't start with the good stuff. I'll start with the other stuff first. I said on the last podcast that Sarah came back from New York with a John Groff obsession. So we've been watching Looking, which I don't know if you're familiar with the show. It only lasted for 2 seasons.
There's a movie.
And there's a movie. It's basically girls for gay dudes. It's just all gay dudes but girls. But like girls, the same sort of jokes, the same writing. You know what I meant. Don't laugh at me for being you, Ian. It's exactly like the show Girls, but starring gay dudes. And it's okay. I think the part of Girls that was the most annoying, the fat girl who's a narcissist and naked all the time,
Lena Dunham.
It was missing in this. I think it actually needs that element. Because all these people are just kind of either vaguely likable or vaguely boring.
What's Girls? I don't know that. What's this like a one-word sentence of the
You've never watched Girls?
It's on HBO, right?
Yeah.
I'm aware of its existence, but I just don't know what it's about.
It's like Looking, but instead of gay guys, it's girls.
You know what it's like? Is
it like a sound?
It's
like
a
soap opera?
non-glamorous Sex in the City for millennials.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn, that is so succinct. Well done.
Yeah.
So it's like a drama Sex in the City.
Well, I mean, it's still a comedy, and it's still pretty fun. It's where Adam Driver comes from, and the show is worth watching just for how fucking batshit crazy he is on it.
Okay.
I'll
check it out.
I would give the show slightly better than Transformers, even though the ending episode ruins it.
So is Girls or Looking better?
I'd say that about Girls. I can't say about Looking yet. Right now, I'd say Looking better. I'd say better than Transformers. At least 2 of the 3 characters are endearing, and it's worth watching. If you don't enjoy watching dudes make out, it might not be your thing. But I don't really have that much of a problem with that, so I'm fine. Also on HBO, I've been watching some show called Room 104.
Yeah, how is that?
I don't know. I can't tell you what it's about or if it's good.
That's made by the Duplass brothers, right?
Yeah. I just know it encourages me to watch the next episode.
Those are weird sons of bitches, those Duplass brothers.
I like the shit they've made, though.
What have they made?
They made a Wild West Country.
Didn't they make that time travel movie?
What time travel movie?
The one with Mark Duplass in it.
I don't know. I feel like we should only be calling the
Safety
Coen
not
brothers.
guaranteed.
The Duplass brothers haven't earned the right. Let's call them by separate names.
I've never watched any of these movies, but they're the guys who really started the whole like mumblecore, fucking fad of just movies with shaky cameras where people said sad things to each other.
I'm not sure they've started it, but they've definitely taken it into a very weird direction.
Okay, they're the guys who popularized it. I think. And every episode takes place in the same hotel room. Every episode it tries to be a different genre. Some of them, land it, and some of them don't. But for some reason, I want to keep watching it. So I would give it a better than Transformers just for that. And finally, an HBO all for all 3.
I know it.
I watched Watchmen. And
so you're the one who watches
I
The
watched
Watchmen.
it.
I killed my HBO the day after Game of Thrones season finale.
It is.
I stole my HBO, and whoever I was stealing with it, they killed it out.
It kind of snuck up on me too because I was going to suggest, hey, we should all read Doomsday Clock, and when Watchmen premieres, we should do a Doomsday, which is the better Watchmen sequel thing. But then it just came on this week, so fuck it. But I liked it a lot. I thought it was really good. If you're someone who hates Damien Lindelof, you're probably going to hate this. But if you're someone who liked it, I would say...
A lot of mystery boxes, what you mean by that?
I would just say, if you dislike him because of Lost, but like The Leftovers, this is more like Leftovers.
Okay.
And I really, really enjoyed it. Sarah was really frustrated with the end of it. She was like, how long are we going to have to wait to find out what the shit is that's going on?
Who's the main star? Is it Regina King?
It is Regina King.
Okay.
I don't want to say too much about the main stars because I don't want to spoil it, and there's definitely...
But she is the lead,
I mean,
though,
the trailers make it clear that she's one of the main people.
Well, they make it seem like someone else is a lead, and that may not be true.
Okay.
But
yeah, because that's my next... I heard Jeremy Irons isn't in it a lot.
Jeremy Irons is in it. He is definitely the only person who you know from the beginning is a character from the old Watchmen. There's another character that hasn't debuted yet that don't read IMDb if you don't want to be spoiled because it's a Watchmen character that's going to show up.
So they're going to have two original comic books.
Right.
Ooh, I think I got to watch it. I think I might get HBO.
Man, I really liked it. Who's the guy who plays Delmer in Tim Blake Nelson?
Yes.
Tim Blake Nelson is in
pull.
it, has the best fucking scene in it, is fucking awesome.
I mean, he's great in everything.
Oh, I know. He's the best part of Buster Scruggs.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
I think if Game of Thrones hasn't killed people's goodwill, this could be the new HBO show. The first episode's really good. Better than Transformers.
Only one season, too, they said.
Oh, really? They're
yeah,
only doing
They're
one
not
season?
going to...
They may do...
They're not going to commit to that if it's successful.
Damon Lindelof said he came up with a one-season story arc.
He did for Lost, too.
See, that makes
and that didn't stop them.
That makes me think that it'll be good then, because maybe it's like a fully thought out, self-contained story.
Yeah.
I'll also say, if you've only watched the movie, this is definitely a sequel to the comic.
Yeah.
And
I gotta read the comics. I don't know it that well. I know enough of it.
well,
but
would you like me to spoil the big difference for you?
yeah,
Because I'll first of all say,
It's a very big spoiler.
if you're listening to this and you haven't read Watchmen, read Watchmen. Don't listen to this spoiler. But just it's the big twist at the end is not Dr. Manhattan blows up New York. It's Ozymandias has a giant squid monster teleport into New York that is supposed to be an alien that kills like 1 million people. And that plays into this. There's if you don't know that, there's a scene that's fucking bizarre.
so that really happens then, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so then this is taking place post 1 million people died from the squid monster.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I think I'll give it a shot.
I also
It's
want to
every
give it a shot.
every Sunday at 9.
8.
Okay.
All right, I got a boogie, you guys. So if you want to just edit to or I respond to what you say, here's that shit was dope or you're fucking stupid. So you can just put either one.
You're welcome.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We don't even need you anymore. We just got those sound bites
That's
now.
correct.
I'll go next. I'll quick. I only watched really one thing, which was Zombieland 2. Double Tap, and better than Transformers. It's really, really good. There's the new character, Madison, who comes in that they find, another survivor, and she, steals every scene she's in. She's, super funny, and this other new character named Berkeley. They definitely could do another one. Rosario Dawson comes in as Nevada.
Cool.
The new characters are as good as old ones. Abigail Breslin got a lot older.
Yep.
And I wish they would have, covered her up a little bit more. There's some uncomfortable scenes with what she's wearing. But other than that, it was, kind of good. Woody Harrelson's hilarious. Jesse Eisenberg, he's kind of weird. When I rewatched the first one, that's the other thing. I watched the first one this week. That movie hasn't aged well as far as his role in it. You know what I mean? He's kind of creepy as far as his whole shtick. But yeah, I would say better than Transformers. The special effects are great. Zombie Kill of the Week, and they do a Zombie Kill of the Year.
Oh, good.
And it's super funny. And yeah, Emma Stone's getting a little older. That was one of my other takeaways. There's some scenes where I don't know.
I mean, honestly, since
yeah, there's a scene where she's in bed with Jesse Eisenberg where I'm like, ooh, the lighting isn't great.
I don't think that's a good direction for me or this podcast to go. Is shaming women for aging, but Emma Stone looks noticeably different since La La Land versus before La La Land.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, so I thought better than Transformers. The first one's probably a little better, but the second one doesn't shit the bed. You know what I mean?
That's pretty impressive for a comedy sequel, because that does not happen very often.
Yeah, it lands more than a dozen, so good.
Cool.
What you guys got?
I finished up Assassination Classroom.
Cool.
At the end of the second season. Highly recommend it. Better than Transformers. It's a solid story.
That's the walrus thing?
It's a squid.
I think I said that last week.
I also watched Assassination Classroom.
Uh-huh.
And
did you watch the whole thing?
No, I watched first season. And it's a ton of fun and surprisingly incredibly wholesome.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Like it's really shocking how strange of a concept it is, and then every episode being like, "Well, he's the best teacher we've ever had.
Yeah,
this guy cares for us in a way that no one else has."
It's all just goofy schoolhouse hijinks,
yeah,
but with this subcurrent of just this bizarre circumstance. Yeah, it's a fun show.
There's a really good episode in the first season that really kind of highlights what you're talking about, which is they're at a school, whatever, the meeting. They're all the classes are there,
yep.
And they keep picking on him, and there's shit going on that the kids in Class E realize, but no one else does, and so it's a really good descriptor of what the whole show
right. Well,
is.
I think initially you think the show is going to be the students versus this creature. But it very much becomes the students and the teacher versus the school and the world. Yeah, it's a very strange dynamic, but it's a lot of fun. I recommend it.
Yeah.
I watched the Netflix movie The Laundromat, which was Steven Soderbergh's attempt at The Big Short. It's about the Panama Papers.
Yep.
And the rich essentially having the means and ability to avoid having to pay any taxes or hide their money for all. It's the Panama Papers. It's got a fuck ton of people in it.
Yeah.
So it's told as kind of a series of vignettes of people who have been affected in some way by this law firm that got exposed by the Panama Papers that was creating all these shell companies. But like one of the main stories is Meryl Streep, who's married to James Cromwell, and she, it's Meryl Streep. She's good at it. The main two people that kind of they're like talking to the camera, like fourth wall narrating kind of thing, are Antonio Banderas and Gary Oldman, who are the lawyers who own the firm that was creating all these companies.
I hate when people.
It's got David Schwimmer. It's got Jeffrey Wright. It's got Robert Patrick. I
like Robert Patrick.
Yeah,
T800.
T1000, buddy.
Arnold's the T800.
Well,
it's got Will Forte. It's got Chris Parnell. It's got that guy who is Zoro Zohan Doxus from Game of Thrones. I don't know. It's just every scene you're just like, that person's in this. It's not good. I don't recommend it. It's worse than Transformers.
Isn't there another movie coming out that's just like this soon?
I'm not sure. But
let's go back and listen to our fall movie preview, because I'm pretty sure
I think it's got Adam Driver in it.
It's got Adam Driver in it.
Oh, no, yeah, there definitely is. I think it's... What is that called?
Adam Driver's in a lot of dramas. He wants...
The Report.
You know what he wants?
The Report.
That's what an Oscar. Talk about a guy who could turn into the new Denzel Washington.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Hey, Adam
Did
Driver.
you say Adam Driver is going to be the next Denzel
new action
Washington?
guy. Make that next action guy.
Shut the fuck up.
William Neeson. He can make that
Jesus
turn.
Christ. I do want to watch the movie that's coming on Netflix for him, the Marriage or Divorced, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then because I'm out of Assassination Classroom, I'm going to watch, the wife and I started watching the new season of Chef Show, which is more fun than it should be. It's just Jon Favreau and Roy Choi, his celebrity chef.
Sidekick, essentially.
Is that on
essentially.
Netflix?
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
I might try that out.
Yeah, it again, there's nothing to it. It's not even like a formatted cooking show,
Correct,
really.
yeah.
It's just kind of, they go places, they bring a camera crew, and they fuck around, and Jon Favreau just tries to do everything.
Yeah, I mean, there's no formula, like he said. It's just people having fun in a kitchen.
Sometimes it's with Seth Rogen, sometimes it's with some fancy Michelin star chef. There's no...
I like Hot Ones, so I can kind of get on board with that.
Yeah, no, I love food shows. They're just fun.
Yeah.
So, speaking of Hot Ones, I watched the Hot Ones of
Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd. God, he's so fucking affable.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
I like that he ate the entire one of every single one.
In one bite.
Yeah.
For no reason. No one asked him to. Yeah, it's a good time. I recommend that too.
It made me want to try making cauliflower wings. I think I'm gonna give it a shot. I ate a lot of cauliflower, so I didn't watch that. Is that all you watched?
Yep, better than Transformers on the Hot Ones.
All of it?
Everything. No, it's not true. Laundromat's worse.
I didn't watch too much. I watched Assassination Classroom, what we can talk about. I watched Modern Love on Amazon, which is a new Amazon Prime show. It's based on a New York Times column where people basically tell their like love story, and the show is like fictionalized versions of stories that people have written in. It's only 8 episodes. It's like an anthology series. Different writers, directors, different actors for every single one. Overall, I would say it's better than Transformers. There's one with Kristen Melody that I loved. I thought was great. There's one with Tina Fey that I loved. I thought was great. And those two like aren't traditional love stories. The Kristen Melody one is basically about a single woman. They're all in New York City too. It's New York City, and her doorman is like her filter for her boyfriends, and it's really, really interesting. It's just a fun dynamic. And the Tina Fey one, it's her and the guy who played Howard Stark.
John Slattery.
Or Mad Men.
No, yeah.
Let's not shortchange him.
They're a couple on the verge of divorce, and they're going through counseling, and it's really interesting. It's a good show. I'd recommend it. It's better than Transformers. I did read a lot last week. I'll work backwards. I started Dune, which is fucking confusing.
Really? That's supposed to be like the next big movie next year.
Yeah, Denis Villeneuve is making it.
Yeah,
and
I love him.
Yeah, he's made great. It's why I wanted to read the book.
Yeah.
And I have never watched the original movie. I was tempted to now that I've started it, but I'm going to wait till I finish it. Frank Herbert does this weird thing where he does the author or the reader no favors. And normally I like that. Like, don't treat me like I'm an idiot. But when you make up a language and the people are using that language and you don't offer any context clues what that fucking word meant,
yeah, it's hard.
It's really annoying. Like, for example, he comes up with titles and places and
I hear it's like
things.
Game of Thrones, but in space.
Yeah, I mean, it's similar to that. Like, it's, competing heads and power structures and stuff like that. But then he also uses, like, normal words, like baron and prince and duke. But it'll be right next to some bizarre alien word you've never, it's strange. I'll keep going, but I don't love it yet.
Timothy Chalamet's not in the movie.
He is. That cast is great, though.
Except him.
Oscar Isaacs, Josh Brolin, a lot of good people.
He's the worst.
I read Vox Machina Origins.
Oh, yeah, that came out on paperback.
I brought it if you want to borrow it.
Maybe.
If you don't, that's fine. It's pretty good. I love Critical Role better than Transformers. And the thing that I expect you to give me the most shit for is I read all of Bob Iger's book, Ride of a Lifetime. Bob Iger is the CEO of the Disney Corporation. Yeah. Very interesting. Normally, I'm not one for CEO, like, rules of leadership.
I was like, yes, I'd say it's like a biography. Is it like a...
I think he intended it to be the rules of leadership, but it's 100% more of a memoir. And that dude has been a part of some of the just crazy shit. Not just when he was CEO of Disney, but he was in, like, how he got started with sports broadcasting. And so he's the one who put on, like, the Jamaican bobsled team, like, on the map in the 84 Olympics. Eddie the Eagle. He's the guy who put him on television. Like, he greenlit Twin Peaks. Like, he just did a lot of shit that I didn't know he was related to. Kind of makes sense how he ended up CEO of Disney, honestly. But it really interesting. Again, if you like Marvel, Star Wars, fucking Pixar shit, it's an interesting to read how he came up with it. His relationship with Steve Jobs was fascinating. I mean, I really recommend it. Better than Transformers.
Oh, sounds like a good read.
Yeah, I did it in like 18 hours. Like, I just couldn't put it down. But,
interesting. Mm-hmm. Is that it?
That's it.
All right. I know we say this every week, but do we have a plan for next week?
Halloween episode.
It's Halloween.
We're going to do what? Wes Craven versus...
I don't know. We'll do something spooky for Halloween.
Something spooky. I hope that's just the name of the episode. I don't care what we do.
Yep.
Something spooky.
That's all it should be.
Sweet. Well, thank you guys for joining us. Please rate and like and subscribe and tell your friends. It's a really great way to get the podcast out there and improve our listenership. If you want to get in touch with us, give us other episode suggestions. Tell us Denzel or Liam Neeson movies or other things that in general that we missed about this topic. You can reach us at realphonies@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter at realphonies and on Instagram at real_phonies. Thanks to Zach Evans for art and Brian Velasquez for our theme. See you guys later.
Later.